ready for the vinyl countdown?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Vinyl Countdown. I'm Peaches. How are you doing today? See, it's not too often that I will ever make more than one video in a day, and I guess this time I really need to, alright? And let me tell you why. I've been doing this since November of last year, doing these YouTube videos about record collecting and stuff, and I've seen a lot of them, I've done a lot of them, and I don't know, man. So I'm getting a little bit of experience behind my belt. But through all of this time that I've been doing this, I have gained quite a friend in one particular guy that participates in this music world that we have here. His name is Gily Beck. And Gily Beck has a lot of videos. And he's been doing this for a lot longer than I have. And Gily thought it was time to start promoting his channel a little bit. But he didn't want to have a contest. And I don't blame him. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now that this whole contest thing in the vinyl community, you can basically shove it. I am done. I am done with the contest thing. I don't think the vinyl community was designed to be a game show. All right? This is not a game show. This is a community of people that have a common love of music and record collecting. And I have certainly found that commonality with Gily, all right? And I think he's a really genuine guy. So instead of having a contest, he just said he wants to have a non-contest contest or a non-contestual promotion for his channel. So I would love to participate in that. I didn't hear anything about a prize. I didn't hear anything about a this or that or a deadline or anything. So I'm just basically going to get on here and tell you guys, if you participate in my channel, I would really appreciate it if you could go over to Gily Beck, which I will leave a link below in my description here to where you can find him, and just go over and check out his channel for a while. He's got some great videos. A lot of great videos. And like I said, he's been doing this for a lot longer than I have, for sure. It just so happens that he just made a video about a VCLT that I had sent him, what was it, last week, I think? So you can see a great video of him getting some presents from the Vinyl Countdown and stuff. But what Gily wanted to do is he wanted to ask one question. And it's a big one, you guys. Basically, what he wants to know is, what is the record? The record. Yeah, the record in your collection that will stand the test of time as being the go-to album that you will always get out no matter what, and it will never get dust on it, and it's just the one. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can see, Gily, where this would be really hard for a lot of people out there to make a decision on that. For me, it's not too hard, and I'm sure you've seen this album on my channel several times. It's even in my intro video. Yeah, my intro that I put on the front of my videos every day. So why don't we go over and get that? I'll just turn around and grab it out of the old collection here. I actually have multiple copies of this. Now, this record that I chose, here's the reasons why I chose this record. Number one, I would say the number one is that the 80s were a very important time for me. The 1980s. There's a lot of people that say when you think about the music that you love, most of the time you'll find that people choose to love the type of music when they were happiest in their life, or when they were in their happiest times and times of discovery. which I think is totally, totally true. And that's why I picked this album. I think that it completely defines the last half of the 1980s, from 1985 to 1990. This record, to me, is the epitome, the ultimate definition, the ultimate memory gatherer, the ultimate emotion drummer upper, I guess you could say, for me. So why don't I pull it out here? This is the debut album from the band Skid Row. Now, back in the day, this would have been what, January 24th, 1989. This album came out, okay, from this new band called Skid Row. And I am telling you guys, when it comes to the 1980s, I can't think of another album that drums up more memories for me, more happy times, puts more smiles on my face, brings up more sorrow, more tear jerking, more memories of people that have came and went and you no longer hear from. So many things. This thing is a very powerful album for me. Yes, some of you think it's silly 80s hair metal in a time of the decade of decadence where nobody was responsible for anything and everything was out of control. But I'm telling you, there is way more to living in that time and remembering it than there is to mocking it in that type of way. It's probably the most irreplaceable time, I would say, on earth. No, it will never be beat. And for me, this album, like I said, defines the last half of the 1980s. I just love it. It'll make me laugh. It'll make me cry. It'll make me think of all the times of discovery. I'm happier now than I was back when this came out. I'm a happier person, but I think I'm a wiser, older person too. There's a difference between the two. I mean, this brings you back to a time of discovery when everything was new for you and put that big smile on your face, where you discovered all the wonderful things about living on the earth and the bad things about living on the earth, So being able to go back there and then come back to where I am now by using this record, I think you might understand what I'm talking about. There's a lot of wisdom for me in this album, So yeah, Gily, for me, not a hard choice. I remember songs off of here. Big Guns, Sweet Little Sister, Can't Stand the Heartache, 18 in Life. I mean, come on, 18 in Life. Just go check out that song, you guys. Rattlesnake Shake. I mean, this album will just get you up and make you want to just, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Sebastian Bach is one of the most killer frontmen of all time, for sure. And then you get into songs like 18 in Life and I Remember You, and it brings back memories of, girls and watching other people's relationships. When you saw your friends, getting into relationships and girls and guys hanging out together and all that stuff, and how we all used to go down to the lake or down to the river or just hang out and, it's at a time where you started to discover where girls were cool and too, sometimes. And that part of growing up, you know what I'm saying? For sure. I mean, I could name a thousand memories from this. 1,000 memories. I remember when my cousin Greg used to take me out cruising Broadway. must have just been coming out of high school, and he was getting out of the military, and he had a brand new car, and he would take me to Rochester, Minnesota, and we would cruise for chicks on Broadway. And this was in the car. This was in the car, man. And nothing really happened, when we do that. I mean, it was just what you did for fun back then. But man, to be listening to all this hair metal in the car and cruising up and down Broadway at 15 miles an hour on a warm Friday or Saturday night, it just can't be replaced. It can't be replaced. And all the interaction with all the other people that were doing the same thing. Well, I could go on and on and on forever, Gilly, but here is my non-contest entry for your non-contest, which I'm super happy about. Here it is, brother. Well, best of luck to your channel and best of luck to you, Gilly. Like I said, you guys, do it for me. Go over and check out Gilly's channel and subscribe to him. All right? You guys have a great night.